Hey everyone, welcome to Papé Machinery Toolkit. My name is Robert Thompson. I'm a territory manager with Papé Machinery. I've been in the John Deere industry for 25 years now, and hopefully today we're going to learn something new about John Deere compact tractors. Okay everybody, welcome back. It is fall. We see snow on the forecast. We're going to get ready to put our snowblower back on. We've already taken the loader off and we've stored that away for winter. And I know everybody's already properly stored their snowblower and it's all ready to go back on. So we're going to start this process. It's pretty simple. We'll go step by step and we'll get this thing ready for winter. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the tractor up, and we're going to turn the wheels all the way one way because that's going to facilitate some of the arm installation. You'll see that here in a minute. Okay, so since we have this laid out, we're going to start off with the drive shaft. This is going to connect the coupler end on the tractor to the hex end that's going to drive the snowblower. This hex end we'll have to slide through some hex bearings. There's two of them. This can go two ways. It can go easy or less easy. So let's throw that in. What we'll do is we're going to start with the front portion first, get that started, and then we can slide it around and get the rear portion connected. Got it slid all the way forward. Now we're going to connect up the back. The back portion, it has a slip collar. When you slide that on, that should automatically engage the collar. But what you'll want to do is, once you have it on, give it a good tug and make sure it's locked on. There we go. Shaft is on. We're going to go on to putting the lift arms on. We have our lift arms here. We're going to need to unlock these cylinders. We're going to get these U-bolts off. There are quick pins on the back side. The quick pins, and we'll slide this off. You're going to do that on both sides. Reinstall one of them. There are storage holes up here in the front. We're going to slide that in there and install the quick pin on the inside so it doesn't fall off. This keeps them captured so you don't lose them in the off season. Same thing on this side. Install that clip, drop that in. Okay, at this point in time, we're going to want to extend these cylinders down so we can line it up with the lift arms. So, we have our hydraulic lines here stored away. They are color coded, so we're going to connect up the proper color to the proper line. Okay, so ran into a situation where we got a little backed up pressure on these couplers. What you can do at this point is just operate this loader with the engine off, and that will relieve our pressure going backwards. Then we can connect these lines up. Okay, these are all connected up. We're going to start the tractor, and you'll see as I operate the loader control, we're going to extend those cylinders down. So here we are, we have our cylinders unlocked, we have them lowered. We're going to remove these cylinders and just let them sit here off the side for a second. We're going to take these arms and put them on. You'll note here at the end of each side, you'll see there are timing pins. And you'll want to line up those timing pins, the shaft with the arm. That'll ensure that that the two arms stay even. The way I like to do it is, I just like to pull one side off. And since we turn the wheel all the way one way, we can just slide in this assembly like this. All the way to the other side. And we'll put this arm back on this side. Again, we'll just make sure our timing marks are correct. And drop our lock pin back in. So at this point in time, we are going to put the cylinder between these 2 points here. And install our locking rings. We're going to do that on both sides, same way. Locking ring on there. Okay, we ensure we got all our pins in place. Arms are on. Now we're going to take this lift bracket, the quick hitch. We have this portion. You'll see this V shape here. We're going to connect up these 3 points. We're going to remove these pins, storage pins. We're going to set them aside. All 3. And I like to start at the bottom pins first. Makes things a little bit easier. You're going to slide this in. You're going to put the quick pin on the inside. It's a little more protected there. Chances are it's not going to get caught on a stick or something and get pulled out. Both bottom ones. And then the top one here, you'll have this top mount. Now you will notice there's a flat here, and the pin is shaped with a flat on it. You want to make sure that's on the right side, and drop your quick pin in. At this point in time, we are ready to install onto the snowblower. One thing you'll need to note is this top piece is a turnbuckle. You can adjust. You can see how this is changing the pitch or the angle here. So what I like to do is we'll pitch this forward a little bit at the top. That helps out with engaging into the snowblower portion a little bit easier. We want to make sure our shaft is in place here. Nothing's bound up. What we're going to do now is we're going to get on the tractor. We're going to start up and drive forward. This V-form, we're going to aim for this V-form on the channel. There's a channel up here that should slide right over the top of this. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see. We'll have to lean over a little bit to see it, but with any luck, it should go on first shot. Okay, there we go. We got the snowblower on. It looks like it's in place. At this point in time, I like to come up in the front and just give the snowblower a little bit of a shake. We want to make sure that that's dropped down in there all the way. A lot of times you can just shake it around, make sure it's dropped down in there. We do have this locking pin. Don't forget this part because the snowblower will fall off. You're going to slide this down through this top hole, and in this pin, in these holes in the bottom, you're going to pick the highest one you can get to. So we're going to drop down in there. We're going to drop our pin in, and then this top nut, we're just going to screw that down hand tight. Resist the urge to put a wrench on this because this will tighten up on its own over time, and if you put a wrench on it, you'll have a lot of difficulty getting it back off later. So we have the locking stud on there. Everything's tightened up, everything's ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and lower it down to the ground at this point because we're gonna have to hook up that drive shaft. Once it's down, you should be able to hook up that drive shaft. Okay, we have the drive shaft on, only a couple steps left. We're going to go ahead and hook up our hydraulics from the loader to the front of the tractor. What we have here is this end will go to the tractor. This portion will mount to the front of the tractor here with a quick pin. If you note here, we do have a groove here that we're going to slip over this bolt, and we're going to anchor it with this locking pin. We're going to route our hoses back, and yellow to yellow, black to black. Tie those back out of the way. And up front here, you remember we stored our hoses in these slots. We're going to pull the dust covers off of that, and they're color coded, so we're going to connect those up. Those have locking rings as well. You just slide those back and they slide on. Right now we have the snowblower on. Everything's hooked up. We're going to raise and lower it, spin the chute, make sure everything works properly. So there you go, everything seems to be working perfectly. That concludes our 59-inch snowblower install onto the 2032-2038 R Series tractor. You guys enjoy winter and get to work.